religious institutions get caught in a specific culture, right? And if you want to be a part of that, you have to pick up that culture, right? And so like part of this was just like, no, we are Black, and that comes with its own cultures and practices and all of those things. And like, that's welcomed here. Let's take that back. Let's reclaim that. And like, let's celebrate it together.
When I joined the Lutheran Church years ago, I was the only African American in my congregation. And I married the theology and not the white supremacy or the whiteness of the church. And so to come here to be a part of all of this joy, this Black joy, means so much to me. One of my colleagues just said, I've never been in a setting with so many African American Lutherans.
For me to see 17 African American Lutheran pastors in one room together, it was overwhelming. But not just to see them in a room together, to see us and lovingly embrace one another, to share wisdom and knowledge, and to talk about the difficulties that we have.
I find myself in a lot of white spaces. I don't often, there's not really a community of Black deacons or deaconesses. So this space has been really helpful for me to feel like I belong. It can be quite isolating and quite lonely to be a Black person who's chose the diaconate. Now more than ever, COVID has revealed people are looking for something else in their faith formation. I think the diaconate can help them with that. Yet it seems as if the church is not prepared to accept, and I would frankly say, relinquish this false sense of power that they feel like they have in the role of word and sacrament.
And what I've been missing is because our style of worship as an African American, in many particular cases, is the clapping of the hands. It is this lifting of the hands. There is this freedom that I miss in the church body that I've been serving. And I'm praying and trusting God for the opportunity to allow my brothers and sisters that are many basically in a white Lutheran context to experience something more, because our God is unlimited.
People forget is that it doesn't take virtuosic musicians or virtuosic vocalists, people that have been doing it for 1,000,000 years, to be able to inspire folks at church through worship and music. It just takes a commitment from the church to really embrace that type of worship and not just focus on maybe the 1 or 2 songs that have traditionally been played in the congregation.
Because we get taught that so oftentimes that we're not creative. But I always say, because we're created in the image and likeness of the Most High Creator God, that we also have that creative capacity within us. And so whether that's through how we hold a conversation, how we build a relationship, how we cook a meal, how we dress, just how we live our lives is a creative expression. And so I wanted to remind people of that, and it seemed like that's what started to happen. Like throughout the room, these sparks just started to light, and then before you know it, the whole room is set ablaze. So I like to say, we all got a spark. I just came to set the flame, to fan the flame. And so I think I saw that happen today. And it wasn't just in that session either. It was throughout the weekend. Like when we were all dancing on the dance floor last night, like we didn't plan that. We just allowed that to happen. And it was beautiful. When you allow the Spirit to just take hold and unfold and flow freely, beautiful things happen every time.
So although Reclaim isn't a multicultural gathering, it's specifically for African descent people, it's been an opportunity to revisit that excitement of what this church is and more of what it can be.
There's so much talk about the church is dying, like what are we gonna do? What's next? And when you come here, you're like, we're doing just fine. This is thriving. This is flourishing. How do we continue to cultivate this?
This is God's church, and if we stay connected, God will give us guidance as to how we can move our church. We might need to start over. God might want us to really begin again, and so we just have to be open to God's Holy Spirit and leading and guiding us.